Today, I wish to take you on a journey through the valleys of Himalayas, along the difficult treks, which in hope of fusing themselves into the divinity of Lord Shiva lead to Mount Kailash. Today, I wish to take you across rivers, streams, to the high mountain peaks, which, crowned with the white snow, appear to be so breathtaking. These treks may be uneven, rocky and thorny, but the place to which they lead is full of divine joy. On reaching it, all the fatigue just vanishes and one is filled with a feeling of renewed vigor and totality. Reaching there, it seems as if we have acquired some great treasure, some vast mine of riches in our lives. And to acquire these riches, we have to put in some efforts and we have to go through some hardships. The feet may start bleeding, you may feel tired and weary, you may have to face the harsh vagaries of nature, but you shall have to bear all this because the end of the journey is divine and indescribable in itself. This journey has been called Dhyan, Dharana and Samadhi. Spiritual life commences with Dhyan or meditation and terminates into Samadhi or eternal trance. Dhyan is an important and necessary part of life. But why is it so? For this, we should understand what the goal of life is. Life means attaining all that we do not possess, to attain all that through which we can achieve infinite or eternal joy. Eternal joy denotes the joy which never ends, which is boundless. Comforts are momentary. They may or may not be present the next moment. The body is healthy today. It may take ill tomorrow. You may have wealth today, but tomorrow you may not even have a penny. This is nothing but living life in stages. This is not a continuous process. An eternal life is obtained only through joy, and joy means riddance from all anxieties, tensions, hatred, deceit, lies, troubles and obstacles. Reaching such a state is a great achievement. It is almost impossible because human life has become so much complicated and intricate due to overwork that at every step one has to face problems, tensions and worries. It seems that every human being is walking through fire, and what he achieves after all this is nothing in comparison to the troubles he has been through. You acquire money, wealth, property, house, wife, children, friends, relatives and prosperity, but all these are perishable because they represent you. Till you are there, they shall be there, but when you die, they shall also cease to exist for you. The day you die, you will be left with only a fistful of ashes, which shall be the remains of your body. You have given nothing to your ancestors, and other than this fistful of ashes, you won't be able to give anything else to your coming generations. You won't be left with anything because all that you have acquired and seem to be enjoying is perishable. It will perish because till you are living, these things have their significance, and the day you die, they shall cease to exist. These do not constitute the basis, the real essence of your life. Hence they cannot constitute joy, and this is why what we experience from them cannot be called eternal. Remember, I had used the term eternal joy. Eternal joy means a joy which is equally beneficial and favorable for every person on this earth. Comforts may be different for each person. Some consider acquiring money as happiness. Some consider a healthy body to be real comfort. Some may feel happy in pleasures, and some may feel contented in fighting and deceiving people. Comforts have a different meaning for each person, but joy is same for every person in this world. Every person tries to attain that joy which is free from all tensions, all shortcomings. And the Shastras have said that where there are comforts, there are bound to be sorrows. Sage Bhartrahari has said,
Bhoge Rogabhayam, Kule Jyotibhayam, Vitte Nrpaladbhayam, Maune Denibhayam, Bale Ripubhayam, Rupe Jayabhayam, Shastre Vadabhayam, Gune Khalbhayam, Kaye Katantabhayam, Sarvam Mastubhayanidam Bhulinam, Vairagyamevabhayam.
Where there are pleasures, ailments too shall be there. Where there is a society, there is always the fear of defamation. A person cannot remain liberated in the society. Every moment he experiences an apprehension lest his actions become a source of trouble for him. Hence he wants to achieve something, but he wishes to accomplish it secretly away from the eyes of the society due to a fear psychosis present in him. For example, if he has some money, he is always afraid that it might be lost or stolen. If someone remains silent and does not speak much, then the people think that this person is not educated, that he has not studied the Shastras, that he is a fool. The person hence remains worried lest the people consider him to be humble and foolish. Hence remaining silent turns out to be more of a bane than a boon. If someone is healthy and has a well-built body, then he remains worried lest some stronger person comes and beats him up. Thus we find that behind every comfort there is a fear, there is sorrow, and where there is sorrow, there are tensions and worries. Hence comforts are in themselves insignificant. Comforts are illusory. They are useless because they are the cause of all misery. They are there today but may not be tomorrow. Comforts are momentary, for they can be obtained only for a few moments. A wife can bring with her happiness, but if she turns out to be ill-mannered, then she can only lead to sorrows. The wealth we have acquired can be a source of comfort, but we always remain apprehensive lest it is lost or stolen. Thus it is a cause of constant worries. Hence comforts are not at all really significant or valuable. But the state of eternal joy is in itself unique and important. It is something which everyone wants to acquire. Everyone wants to get rid of tensions, sorrows, ailments, fears and quarrels. And this eternal joy cannot be attained by merely acquiring some amenities. Joy cannot be bought with wealth. It cannot be won over with strength, and it cannot be obtained through cleverness and brains. Joy is not something which is acquired from somewhere. Rather, it is an energy which generates from within the heart, a nectar, an energy, a divinity which flows out of the heart and makes the person lose all sense of his surroundings and inebriates him. Then he remains lost in his thoughts and starts dancing with true happiness. And thus he attains something which forms the basis of true human life. All that a person wishes for is to acquire all comforts, fortunes, wealth, fame, and a good position in society. But along with all this, he also wishes that there are no tensions, worries, fears, and troubles in his life. When the soul experiences joy, a person feels happy. He experiences divine bliss, and his life gets filled with an enthusiasm, a zeal, and a flow. And this flow of life is called true joy or Anand. If true joy is so important in our lives, then how can it be attained? As I have already said that true joy cannot be bought with money and it cannot be won with strength. To obtain it, one will have to instill life into the feelings of the heart, one will have to initiate the flow of nectar from the heart. Thus true joy and a tension-free life is attained. The process of getting rid of the tensions is called Dhyan or meditation. This is why all our Upanishads have considered meditation to be of so much significance. The human life has two aspects. One is his outer physical life and the other is his inner spiritual life. He is well acquainted with his outer life, which comprises of the society, his family, his friends, relatives, his wealth and his business. But he is totally ignorant of his inner life because he has never attempted to know anything about it. He does not know that the inner life is such an important part of him and that it is just as important and necessary as his outer physical self. But he is unaware of all this because he has never been educated about it. Even the schools and colleges he has been to never taught him anything about it. The fact is that the teachers, the parents, the family, the friends, the relatives, no one can give this knowledge because they themselves do not possess it. And because no one can educate him about this aspect of life, he can become successful in the outer life, which constitutes only half of his total self. But he remains as ignorant as he was at the time of birth in respect of his inner spiritual life. Until he achieves totality in his inner life, he cannot get rid of tensions. He cannot attain true joy. His life cannot gain a continuous steady flow and his eyes won't glitter with happiness. The brilliance of the eyes, a radiance, a zeal, a capability and determination can all be obtained only through true joy. And this joy in turn can be attained only through Dhyan or meditation. As it is necessary to achieve success in outer life, similarly, for achieving totality, joy and a tension-free life, it is necessary to understand and enter the inner spiritual life. Today, we are as much ignorant about our spiritual lives as we were at the time of our births. And this is because we did not meet any guru in our lives. No one held our hand. No one supported us. No one guided us. No one explained to us that the inner aspect of life is more important, more beneficial and more valuable. And because we were not guided, we kept running after those mirages which only lead to death and to the graveyard. What then is the use of living such a life? What is the meaning and usefulness of such a life? What shall we achieve from it? Outer life in itself is perishable. After death, this life is useless and valueless. Hence, the process of entering into the inner life is a dharma, a duty, the real essence of life and a divine concept in itself. Hence, at whatever stage of life you are, you may be 20 years old, 50 years old, you may be a man, a woman, you may be good or bad. You shall have to stop and ponder, if you are not just leading half a life, what if half of your life has remained blank? What if half of your life has remained devoid of all knowledge? And if this is so, then what is the use of leading such a life? What will be achieved if you die leaving some money for your sons? What will be the use of your healthy body when you die? What will be the use of the house you have built when you die? Wake up, for this is the truth, that you have only lived an incomplete life. You may have achieved various comforts. You may have achieved some satisfaction, that you have wealth, property, fame, and all means of pleasures. But all this is not the fulfillment of life. Totality is achieved through the process of entering into your own self. Hence, along with linking with the outer life, with the society, the people, relatives and friends, we should also link ourselves with the inner life. We should practice this process of entering into our souls, and as we go deeper, we shall surely achieve totality in our lives. But this can be accomplished only with the help of a guru. Only a guru can bestow this knowledge. Only he can make us realize that Dhyan is such an important and essential practice. Dhyan means sitting in one place in peace and tranquility. Be it in the morning or in the evening, we should sit in a place where there is total calm and serenity. Early dawn is considered to be more appropriate for meditation because at that time there is less noise around us. You should sit down with a peaceful and thoughtless mind and slowly, closing your eyes, should cut yourself off from the outer world. You should not allow any thought to enter into the mind and should try to enter your conscience. Then you shall surely feel that you are entering into your soul. In the beginning, you may not achieve success, or you may feel that nothing is happening. But don't worry, for it is not that nothing is happening. Quite a lot is taking place and you are not even aware of it. Your only aim, your only goal should be to sit peacefully. You don't have to do anything and you don't have to think about anything. You don't even have to think whether you are in meditation or not. You only have to sit peacefully for 2, 5, 10, 20 or 40 minutes after cutting yourself off from the outer world. The more peacefully and the more static you sit, the more shall you be able to control your mind. Then at some stage, you won't even know and the process of entering yourself shall start. After practicing regularly for 1 day, 2 days, 4 days, 10 days, 15 days or 1 month, you shall start having new soothing experiences. You shall feel that you are achieving something, that you have been completely severed from the outer world. If you practice for about 15 minutes daily, sitting with a peaceful mind, without thinking anything, without any doubts in your mind, then this practice of sitting calmly shall one day transform into Dhyan or meditation. And you shall know when this happens, for on the first day, when you shall be sitting with your eyes closed, you shall hear the noise going on around you. You shall hear your wife shouting. You shall hear your son replying back. You shall hear the crying, laughing, talking going on. But say, on the 13th day, you shall experience that you are sitting as usual, but you don't hear anything. This means that slowly but steadily you have become cut off from the rest of the world, and entering yourself, you have reached the Pran-Deh or the vital life body inside you. The Pran-Deh is in no way connected with the action of the outer physical form, because it's only the latter which remains in contact and direct relation to the going-ons in the outer world. And as soon as we become cut off from the outer physical form, the society is not able to adversely influence us. It can take you even 30 days to reach your soul and to achieve the state called Dhyan. Thus, sitting peacefully with a thoughtless mind is the process of entering yourself. And even after reaching the Pran-Deh, when you continue to practice thus, you shall find that you can go deeper and deeper. There seems no end to it, and this is a state of infinity. You feel that your body is not merely 4 feet or 6 feet tall. It is deeper than any ocean. And the deeper you enter it, the more joy you shall experience. To achieve all this, you don't have to think so much about it, because entering yourself means achieving a calm and thoughtless mind. And when you go deeper after the pranadeh, you shall come across the sukshma deh, or the subtle body.